Hi Pisces, this is Kathy. Welcome to my channel, Kathy Mamolen, Psychic Medium. Welcome to a timeless love reading for my sun, moon, rising, and Venus, and any cross watchers always welcome. Let's see what Spirit has for you today for love. What's next in love? What could be coming your way? Any guidance that Spirit wants to share with me. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome to anybody that's new. So grateful that you're here. Spirit, please share with me for my Pisces. What is it that you need us to know at this time? I am listening for you now. Let's see what we have. What is going on around us? I have trapped. I feel tied up. That feels more like what somebody's saying to you. That it feels like either an excuse. I feel trapped. My hands are tied. Maybe it's true, maybe it's not true, but let's keep going for a minute. It just felt like it was an excuse more than anything. Could be somebody you're thinking of. I'm feeling blue. I'm either wanting more with somebody, and are you in love with somebody you can't have would be the question. I have clashing, ice and fire. We just are not mixing, like there's something going on here. We just can't get it together for some reason, even though the energy's there. Cold energy and a slow progress. There is a feeling of, I have feelings for somebody that for whatever reason, it feels like a situation. It feels like I would be getting into something, or it's just this, like they're saying, this slow progress. Does it mean that we won't ever be together? Not necessarily. It just means that right now we've got to get through some obstacles in order to be together. I have interference. Somebody doesn't want this to happen. Somebody is preventing this from happening. I have healthy vibes. I'm just trying to focus on myself is how that came in. Like, I'm trying not to worry about what anybody else is thinking or feeling. I'm just trying to focus on my own well-being, what's best for me, and balanced love. I want it to be more equal. I want this person to want to be, in a healthy, happy relationship. Maybe their hands are tied, that they have to get out of something to be with you, and you don't want to put yourself into a third party. I have freedom. Somebody needs to be free. Seeking out an old love. Okay, so the interference from something from their past and a happily ever after. This almost felt like a prediction. It almost felt like you'll get through all of this, something going on with, it's going to take time, but if it's meant to be, it's going to happen. But maybe you have met your perfect person, but the circumstances are very difficult, or you didn't realize what you were getting into, and now you're in love with this person. Somebody has to make a decision. This almost felt like we are going to be here someday. I just have to get free. I just have to, free myself of the situation that I'm in. Sometimes people are like financially bound to somebody. They're not necessarily married to them, but they're sharing a house with them, or they have leases. They bought a house with somebody. They could still be connected to somebody, physically like that. So there's all kinds of circumstances, but I just feel like this person says, my hands are tied for now. Doesn't mean it's forever, but I do want a happily ever after with you. I have a Justice card. So could be getting out of going through divorce. I've got to finish out this divorce. I can't have you be in the picture in the middle of the divorce, because it will cause all kinds of red flags, or it would, just cause like a bee's nest, with my ex. I have a star, so don't give up on this happily ever after just yet. I have an Ace of Swords. I will tell you they're being honest with you. If they're saying they see something in this connection, they want something in this connection, but you have lots of red flags over what's going on, I do feel like they're being honest with you. I have a Page of Cups at the bottom of my deck. Are you somebody that they want to see where this goes? I'm going to say yes. I think that you are definitely somebody that they could see that they could be really happy with you, or when they are with you, they really are happy. You know, the beginning stages are off to a great start. So there's sometimes we meet the right person at the wrong time. There's a little bit of that going on right now. But I'm going to say time changes everything, Spirit just said. So it's really just a matter of time. And maybe you both agree to that if we give this time, and I know you don't want to hear that, and if we give this time, then we're going to get through all of this, is how it's coming into me. I have a 10 of Wands. It's just hard right now. I have a Knight of Swords. This person has some solutions that came into me as I am working on it. I am taking action. They're not just wishing it away or thinking that I don't have to do anything to be with you. They are thinking ahead with this 2 of Wands. So I'm going to say that they're giving in a Page of Swords. Let's keep talking. Let's keep solving these kind of issues one at a time. Time is going to change everything. They are taking action. So if you're wondering, am I going to end up with this person at the end of the day? Are they going to, choose to be in this connection? I'm going to say yes. I'm going to say that they absolutely want to be in this connection. And it's really just a matter of time that, we both kind of figure out how to be together. Spirit, please share with me. Sometimes it's not as easy as it should be. There's no, everybody would love the fairy tale beginning where I have no strings attached. I've had no other relationships. I have no exes in the closet. But unfortunately, a lot of us have a lot of things going on in our lives. And sometimes we meet somebody and we're in the middle of something. But it doesn't mean that we're not happy with getting to know you and wanting to be with you with those pages. So true color, showing who you really are without holding back. Just be open and honest with this person. I do feel like they're being honest with you. I feel like they haven't told you something that you didn't know. You didn't find out something you didn't know as soon as you met them. So I do feel like you knew right from the beginning kind of what you were getting into. Yeah, I'm not feeling lies. I'm just feeling like they're asking for closure in another chapter of their life. They're trying to close out another chapter in their own life. I have a journey, traveling the same spiritual path together. It's just a matter of time. So time changes everything for the spiritual path. And that is really what we're talking about. I like the way Spirit's sharing with me that somebody has to have closure on part of one of their journeys in order to start a new journey with somebody else. So this person is asking for closure with you. Let me have the closure I need, so to speak, because it's the only way it's going to work. I have sincerity. Make sure that you're both being authentic. I do feel like you both are. I feel like both of your hearts and souls are in it. Okay. I do feel that you have met for a deeper reason. I do feel like there's a future here. It's just a matter of it's a slow progress to get there. A sense of security, a need to feel safe and spend time together. We both want that. I mean, we both eventually want to be in the same home, create our own castle. I feel like this person would love to make you feel more secure, but they can't make you any promises right now because they haven't closed the door on whatever they're trying to get through. So it's a waiting game. It is definitely something is going on. Now, you might not want to wait for this person, but if you have some sense of where they're at, you know, they filed for divorce. They're going to be divorced in the next 6 months. They have a timeline, you know, so, you know, there's different circumstances, but right now I feel like there is a sense of honesty, and I do feel like their feelings are genuine. Spirit, please share with me. What is it that you have for my Pisces? I have a Hanged Man. It's kind of waiting game. There's my waiting game with the Hanged Man. Like, is it worth the wait? Is this person worth, you know, waiting for? I have a Devil. I just want to make sure that, you know, I'm not being dragged into something that I don't want to be doing, or this isn't in alignment with me. So I feel like they come into your life after they've made a decision to leave someone else. I do feel like you had nothing to do with that. So I'm not feeling like you are taking away a relationship or helping to end a relationship in any way. I feel like it was long over before that. I have a Lover's card, and I have a Magician. I can't say no to this person is how it's coming in. There's something about this person you're very, very drawn to. Maybe you don't remember the last time falling for somebody. Again, I wish that it was easier. I wish it was less complicated, but it isn't. But I feel like this still is the person that I want to be with. I still feel like it's magical. I still feel like everything about this person is who I want to be with. So go with that for now, you know, and as long as you're not, you know, breaking any rules or hurting anybody. Maybe they just want to keep it on the QT. They don't want it out in public. They don't want somebody, you know, bringing it into the divorce and saying, you know, this has been going on for a while. So I feel like we just have to kind of keep it, you know, between us and not tell anybody that basically this person's dating somebody new. I have a Six of Wands. This person has genuine feelings. I do feel that. I feel like they are as excited about this connection as you are. They just have more on their plate than you do. And it's hard to get excited about something when you're kind of having closure with something else. I have a Ten of Pentacles. There could be money at stake. They could be worrying about money. There could be a lot of money at stake. So sometimes that factors into behaviors and what people do and what they don't do. I have a Four of Swords. There's a sense of kind of slowing it down and putting it on hold for now, or putting something on hold for now. So they could be just saying, you know what, if we're meant to be, we're going to be together. Let me just kind of take care of my own business for a while. A Seven of Swords. So there is this feeling of, are they holding back because they're afraid to be in another connection? Are they being honest? I feel overall they're being honest. I feel like they just have a lot on their mind. Here's my Nine of Swords. I'm constantly worried. I'm constantly thinking. It's almost like too many things are coming at them at the same time. So you probably came into their life when it was, you know, a busy time for them. I have a Two of Pentacles. There's a lot of back and forth about, you know, what they're going through is how I feel. They're making a lot of decisions in their life at this time, including you being in their life. So there's just a lot. And sometimes people can't handle it all at the same time. So keep that in mind. Spirit, can you share with me some feelings? Where is this connection headed? I feel like ultimately you'll be together. Just, what did they say? It's a waiting game. Tell me what your heart needs. You know, this person does want to know, like, how can I make this better? How can I make you feel that we are going to be together one day, or that everything's going to work out, is how it feels. I have to release the past. That's exactly what's going on. In order for me to cross over and to be with you, I've got to cut all strings from my past. I've got to be free. I've got to be able to, be in another relationship somehow. What once burned brightly now feels dim. They could be, thinking about everything that they went through with someone else, and now I'm not there, and I'm struggling. Forgiving myself, forgiving, just the journey that they're on. Even when you want to end a relationship, it's sometimes hard. So even if this person, wants to be ending a relationship, they could still be struggling. They could have kids with this person. They could have shared a life with this person. So there's a sense of they've got to do it on their own. Spirit said you can't help them get through that. They've got to do some of that by themselves. Healing happens quietly. They need to heal. And then they're going to kind of continue on this path. And then somewhere on this path, you're going to be on this path. Okay. That feels good. Your love pushes me to be my best self. They love being with you. I don't feel like that's the issue. I feel that it's just logistics. It's time. It's some healing. We've got to get through this in order to be together. But I do feel like this person loves to be with you. Maybe you're bringing out the best qualities in them. Maybe they're growing with you. Maybe they are realizing what love is, or the kind of love that they want in their life moving forward. But for today, I'm going to put this out into the universe that it is some kind of situation that we've got to get through. And I want you to trust that time changes everything. That's really the message. I want to thank Spirit for these messages today. I want to thank you for being here. If you're new to my channel, please remember to hit that like, subscribe, ring the notification bell. Thank you always for your kind words, your comments. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, please go to my website, KathyMamolen, Also, check out my other 2 YouTube channels, my Pick a Card channel and my Twin Flame Soulmate channel for some additional love readings. Have a great day, everybody.